You're now watching The Hot Seat, powered by XS Energy Drink. When you're drinking XS, you're drinking the best. And now, live from the CSL studio, your host, Nesta Cann.
Good night and welcome to another episode of The Hot Seat, powered by XS Energy Drink. When you're drinking XS, you're drinking the best. All right, fellas, let's get down. Let's get right into it. We had a busy NFL free agency week. A lot of craziness happened within the last 7 days. Let's start off with what happened with this man. He started it all off. AB, Antonio Brown, was traded to the Oakland Raiders. I started it all off. Your thoughts, guys.
You might have to take back what we said about John Gruden not knowing what he was doing.
Your initial reaction at first.
I love the trade for the Raiders. If Derek Carr can be what he was 2-3 years ago, I love it for AB as well because it benefit him. I also like that they picked up Terrell Williams from the Chargers.
Yes, that was a big thing.
him.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, Terrell Williams. But also with Antonio Brown, he was unhappy with the Steelers. We all know that he was. He did, what is it, 8 years in a row, 1,000+ yards receiving and everything like that. The Steelers weren't going to give him the big money because they had Swoosh over there that's coming up. And they have a bunch of other young rookies coming up also. And they also have two in the AFL that are playing for, I think, Orlando and the Apollos that they wanted to try out down there. But to me, he's a head case. He's going to a head case to another head case.
But I think you need head cases in football to win.
Yeah,
You need
of
somebody.
course.
You need a coach that can manage those head cases.
Of course.
And
Look at Jimmy Johnson with Dallas, with Michael Irvin and all those guys.
Absolutely. And what he did with the Hurricanes and then went to Dallas.
Yeah.
Right? You need to be able to manage superstar egos.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? But I also think that as long as Marshawn Lynch is still there in Oakland, that's a good situation for AB to walk in.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
he's not going to walk all over Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to have things in order.
Yeah.
Right? Like Marshawn Lynch helped manage a lot of egos in Seattle.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and he was an ego, too, up there also.
Absolutely.
Towards the end.
What do you think what they got for him? If people say Mayock robbed the the Steelers.
Yeah, they robbed the Steelers.
Oh, yeah, they robbed
They
him.
robbed the Steelers. I love what AB did in terms of changing the atmosphere of NFL players not having the power.
Right.
He was like, I'm leaving. Then it was like, we're sending you to Buffalo. He's like, I'm not going to
Buffalo,
Buffalo.
yeah.
Man,
Right?
I was
And-
so happy when I heard he's coming to Buffalo. Woo!
No, that wasn't happening.
He said fake news.
He wasn't going to go to Buffalo.
For the Steelers now, Juju's the man. You think Juju can handle all that by himself?
No.
They say there's a difference when you have top wide receiver like Antonio Brown on one side taking all the attention, and then the second guy, what is it, the X or the Y? He was the Y?
He was the X.
He was the X.
He was the X.
Okay, so now that he's the main man now, Antonio Brown's not there, people say Juju's really going to see what it's like
But
to
you
be
know
the
what?
man.
My first initial thought is to say that, no, he can't handle it.
Yeah.
Because now, as a defensive coordinator, I'm stopping Juju.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of saying, Connor will stop himself because he fumbles a lot sometimes in crucial moments.
Yeah.
I'm focused on stopping Juju. But then also, the Steelers are a wide receiver factory.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's one
Oh, yeah.
thing.
They also have running backs that come outside and catch the ball, tight ends, all that really good
We
stuff.
never know about the Steelers' next receiver until it's his time, and then
Yeah.
we're like, oh, shit, they have another one.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Thoughts on this man right here? He shook everything up too. A couple days later, we got news that Odell Beckham Jr. was traded to the Cleveland Browns.
This is heartbreaking.
Big time heartbreaking.
This is
I thought they
heartbreaking.
I
were-
loved it. I thought I thought the Giants shouldn't have given him that contract in the beginning. I know he's a hell of a talent, but I think he's just a head case, and I didn't know if if you should have given him the money with all the things, the distractions and
No.
stuff.
See, this is where you're going to come with. When they was talking the contracts with him,
Yeah.
the Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson, Jerry Jones, I mean, he had talks with Beckham's agent also. And he also talked to Beckham and told Beckham, what do you want? I'll pay you right now.
Well, he couldn't officially have those talks. He was still under contract.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Let's say allegedly, so we'll get ourselves in trouble.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people on ESPN have been saying lately, that
Absolutely.
Jerry Jones and down in Dallas had big
A lot of
talks.
people- The Rams wanted him too.
The Rams
They offered-
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah,
offered-
yeah.
They offered 2 first-round picks for him.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what? OBJ biggest problem is
Right.
His attitude.
he's not comfortable with losing.
Yeah.
No, it's not even an attitude. He's not comfortable with losing. And everybody in the Giants organization over the past 7 years had made themselves comfortable with
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
Starting with Eli Manning. Every time he makes a mistake on the field or the Giants don't win, he has
Yeah.
the same dumb look
Yeah.
on his face.
Right.
When they win or lose, it's either way. He has that
It's
hillbilly
been a lot-
attitude.
it's been a lot of losing. We don't even know what his face look like winning because they haven't won.
Yeah, I'm a diehard Giants fan and everything like that. But the big thing with everything that's going on with the Giants, after they won their second Super Bowl, everybody started getting trained. Tuck, all the leaders were off the team, and they put everything on Eli. Eli's not that quarterback that's going to stand up and say, "Yo, this is it. This is how we got to do. We got to win."
He's not.
No, he's baby faced.
Yeah.
He's a younger version. Let's just put it this way: Brady's from Southern California. He's from the South. Eli's from Tennessee. He's the redneck. He's the baby face that, oh yeah, this is how we got to do and all that. But meanwhile, if you go down south, like perfect example, the whole team at Alabama, they're all leaders. That defensive line, you can put them all in a leadership role in the NFL, and they'll carry the team. And tell them, yo, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. We got to do. You got to step your game up. Eli's not doing that.
What do you think about the job Gettleman is doing? A lot of people say he's doing a horrible job.
I get it. He comes from the Giants brand.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like he was buried somewhere in personnel leadership when they won their past 2 Super Bowls, right?
No,
But
Gettleman
he didn't-
came from the Carolinas.
But before that, he was with the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
He didn't do much with the Panthers, right? They went to 1 Super Bowl,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not giving out credit for somebody who come close. Almost isn't good enough, right? And then now we're kind of like, all right, what are you doing? Are you in a rebuild mode?
Right.
Because if you're in a rebuild mode, then let's rebuild.
That's what everyone's
But
saying.
don't tell me-
He's sending mixed signals.
Don't tell me you're in a rebuild mode because you shift OBJ off,
Right.
But then you give Golden Tate guaranteed millions, right? And it's like, what are you doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right? Like you just gave Golden Tate $23 million guaranteed. You think he replaces? Now you have a number 2 in Golden Tate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you got a number 3 in Shepard.
Yeah.
And Golden
Yeah.
Tate has to play the 1, and Shepard has to play the
Play
2.
two. Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what do you? So at least if you're going to rebuild,
Right.
suck so we can get the highest pick possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't tell me. And then amongst everything, you still keep Eli Manning, and you're saying we're not
Eli
sure.
should
we're
have been
gonna-
gone 2 years ago.
Did they pick up his $5 million bonus today?
Yes.
They picked it
They
up.
picked it up last night.
They're paying him
Yeah, that's-
$21 million. Eli Manning is now, congratulations,
Yeah.
the highest paid player in the NFL of all time.
Yep.
Oh wow.
He's
'Cause
got
of the last
more money
contract.
than anybody. Think about that. Eli Manning.
Isn't Brady still had the contract?
No. The meaning he's received more
More
guaranteed money
money.
than anybody.
Oh,
He
all
just
right.
eclipsed his brother with this contract right
Right.
now. Eli Manning. Think about that. And I want to say is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's been in the league 16, 17 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of those, he's had 9 winning seasons, with 2 of those winning seasons being 9 and 7. Right? It's like, this is the person that's made more money than anybody else in the league. This is the person you will not hold accountable.
Right.
Come on, we got to do better.
Yeah. So
We gotta do
they
better.
let
This is
go.
what we-
They let go Collins. They traded off Vernon. Traded
I'm-
Odell.
Collins, man, he was great. He did punt returning. He wasn't that strong at his safety position and everything like that because he had to play free safety and strong safety at the same time. But Collins did his thing. Only reason why we got rid of Collins is because the GM screwed up.
They made it seem like it was a cap hit.
It
Right.
wasn't no cap hit because
We know that now
Yeah.
because they just gave Golden Tate a guaranteed
Yeah,
$23 million.
$23
Right? Like, we know it wasn't a cap hit now.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
was going to get rid of Collins, it's too much indecision. If you was going to get rid of Collins,
Yeah.
you should have got rid of him last year when they was offering the first-round pick, or we know the
Yup.
Chiefs was offering the second-round pick.
yeah.
So do you like what they got back for Odell or 1 and 3 and Peppers? No.
Absolutely not.
No.
They say it depends on what you get in a
you
draft
were
with
gonna
those
get
with those
two
picks.
number ones,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
you got a middle of the pack number 1. Your third-round pick is more like a fourth-round pick because Cleveland has 2 third-round picks. They gave him the higher of the third round
pick. Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
like they picked like in the first
Yeah,
5 picks,
they're
first
not-
5 and 6 picks.
And that Cleveland's keeping that pick. They gave
Yeah.
them the 95th overall. Come on, what are y'all doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, what do you call yourself a professional? This is what you got for OBJ.
And I'm hearing that they might not even take a quarterback at the first pick. Haskins.
So what do we do?
what do we do
Haskins,
out
what I've been hearing from the NFL on NFL Network and ESPN. Haskins and the one from Oklahoma, Murray.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray. They're iffy on him because they're going by the height.
But they're both real. Haskins fit every height, build,
Yeah.
everything you want.
Yeah.
Kyler's short.
Yeah.
Right? But they're both the real deal.
Yeah.
Right? Like if all you have to do is watch they film.
So if the Giants
Right,
don't pick any of them, you guys gonna be disappointed?
Absolutely.
I won't be disappointed because I'm a big defensive player, man. I like the defensive guys that they have coming in the first round.
But it's a deep draft for
Yes, it's a
defense.
deep
Yeah,
draft, so you
real
don't need
deep.
it.
You don't need it?
You could get talent. You could get defensive lineman talent
Yeah.
in the late second, early third
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Right? That's going to turn out to be just as good
Yeah.
as the talent
Yeah.
that's being picked in the first round
Yeah.
on the defensive line.
Your thoughts on Le'Veon Bell signing?
That's a waste of money.
I like it. I like it. It's,
I'm not a Jets fan.
Does
but
this deal prove that if you sit out for a year that it could be a mistake? Because
Yo.
he didn't get what they said he didn't get what he really
Yo,
wanted. He
he's
missed
going-
out on $14 million.
No. Let's clarify the misconceptions. Let's clarify
But he
the
got
misconceptions.
but he said he got a year to rest his body. He
No.
says.
Let's clarify the misconceptions, right?
Okay.
They gave him what, $42 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The Steelers was giving Le'Veon $10 million guaranteed. Right. So he got $32 million more guaranteed by sitting out.
Yeah.
Right. Let's clear that out because they was like, oh well, the Steelers was going to give him up to $70 million. They was going to give him $10 million guaranteed. Then they wanted to roll the guarantees every year if he played a full year,
Yeah.
or if he was healthy and didn't get injured.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not guaranteed money. He plays a position where they're giving him more touches
Right.
than anybody else in the game.
Plus, he's on a team that really needs help.
So him sitting out that year got him more guaranteed money, which is
that-
what he wanted.
It also gives the Jets another weapon.
Yeah.
Darnell has a weapon, but the Jets need an offensive line.
You think they paid too much for him?
No, they paid what they had to pay for him.
They paid what they had to pay for him.
Yeah.
And that contract alone with the incentives is a lot more money every time a win or whatever it is. I don't know the contract offhand. But the Jets made a deal in the contract that we'll give you all this
Yeah.
up front.
Yeah.
We'll give you this a year.
Yeah.
The incentives comes almost up to the regular year.
Is he the highest paid? He's not. Gurley. Who's the highest paid running back in NFL right
It's
now?
between him and Gurley, but I think
Yeah.
he just eclipsed Gurley. He barely eclipsed Gurley.
Yeah.
Gurley deal was done before him. He barely eclipsed Gurley.
You think he's the best running back in the NFL?
No.
I do.
You think so?
I
Who's
do.
the best
Who
running
you
back?
think
Ezekiel Elliott?
No.
Gurley?
You can put Elliott there. You can put Barkley up there also.
Nick Barkley?
Barkley's not better than Bell yet.
Not
Barkley's
yet?
good.
Yeah.
Talent-wise. Let's talk about
this-
talent-wise.
But my thing is, you have to go with who has had success and sustained
Okay.
success.
Yeah.
Right? Barkley hasn't had an opportunity to do that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Zeke is good.
Yeah.
But
Good.
Zeke has always been in a position where his quarterback was over dependent on him.
Yeah.
Until this year when they got Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Right?
And I wish the Raiders will still kept Amari Cooper because the Raiders would have been dangerous this year on offense.
Yeah. Gurley's very good.
Cooper on one side and
But
Brown on the other side.
you gave up Cooper and you got AB back in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gave up Cooper, got a first round pick,
Yeah.
and you gave up a third and fifth and got back Antonio Brown.
Yep.
You won that deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won that deal.
You like Adam Gase? You think Adam Gase is going to use Bell the right way?
Well,
They say he's a mastermind in
initially-
offense.
Initially, I say no, but I will say this: he had Ryan Tannehill looking like something at one point, and we know Ryan Tannehill is not the real deal. So if you could do that with Ryan Tannehill, I'm hoping so. And I've been on the record saying I'm not the biggest Sam Darnold fan, but let me clarify that I'm not the biggest Sam Darnold fan because I think Sam Darnold is Eli Manning 2.0, and I've had enough of Eli Manning for the Giants. So if you remind me of him, I'm not a fan. So it doesn't mean that Darnold can't be good.
That's
I
the
just think
biggest
his
thing in the
ceiling is
NFL
more
right
like
now. The Eagles should never let him go.
they had to.
Yeah, they had to,
They
but
had to.
But-
And the Eagles, look, I hate the Eagles.
So
I
do I.
hate the Eagles. They have the best defensive line in the game.
yeah.
They just shored that up with some of the moves they made at free agency.
Which signing did you like the best and why?
Out of all free agency?
Yeah, that's
signing or trade? Just
signings. You see some of them going over up on
that's
the
wrong.
board. And this was, well, that was a trade.
Yeah.
I'm thinking signing that I like the best.
But the Jets got Mosley. What do you think about Jets signing Mosley?
I think that was decent. I think they overpaid for him.
Yeah, they were gonna. I think Barr had signed at first too, but he said he was gonna sign, but then he stated he's gonna stay in Minnesota. So they had two good linebackers.
Barr stayed in Minnesota because
Barr.
when he backed out, Minnesota gave him more money
Yeah.
to stay. Yeah.
They matched it. They brought it up.
Yeah.
I think I might go between. I really like the Earl Thomas signing.
Yeah.
Because when they lost Mosley, I was like, Baltimore might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Earl Thomas shores that up, and Harborough is that defensive-minded coach
Yeah.
that you really want to play behind.
Yeah.
So I think that they could do some special things. I think more so for me it was the trades more than just the outright signing.
Which trade did you like?
The most?
No, Odell Beckham.
For the Browns, I like it.
Yeah.
I got the Browns in either in the divisional round of the playoffs
Right.
or the AFC Championship game next year.
Well, they're definitely going to win the division now with everyone else just getting weaker.
No,
not yet.
Not that division.
Baltimore got stronger.
Not the division.
No.
Not that division's a hard division to play in because you got Baltimore, you got Pittsburgh,
But
you got
Pittsburgh-
Cleveland.
But everyone's losing. Everyone left from
Pittsburgh's
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's going down.
Pittsburgh might be going down and everything.
But-
Cincinnati, but that division
Cincinnati is terrible.
And
but when they play each other, they're playing
They
for
play
blood.
hard. Yeah, they play hard. But
That's the new NFC East.
so you don't think Cleveland has the runaway? They're not going to run away with the division.
Wild card.
no.
I mean the division. Who's going to win the division?
I got Cleveland winning the division.
Yeah, I have the Cleveland win the division too.
I
I mean,
got
on paper
Baltimore.
it looks good.
I got
Baltimore
Baltimore.
I have Cleveland winning the division by at least 2 games.
I got Baltimore.
more than definitely more than 7 games. Then
No, I got them winning
the division. Yeah. So
by 2 games.
how many wins you looking at? 10
For Cleveland?
Yeah, that got to be
If
They
I
gotta
had, if I had to go over under 10.5, I'll go over. I'll go 11.
11,
I got them with 11
10.
wins.
10.
I got them with
Because
11.
that
They did-
division's tough. They play each
they
other
went-
rough in there.
They went 7-9
Yeah,
with losing a close game to Baltimore.
Yeah.
At full strength.
yeah,
Right. They added OBJ.
yeah,
They added Olivier Vernon.
Yeah.
Opposite side of Miles Garnett.
yeah.
Yep.
Jabril Peppers wasn't a real loss because they had somebody else to fill
Yeah.
his wings already.
Right.
Right. So like, plus the guard that they gave up, they have the second round guard that they picked up in the draft last year is going to fill that in. So I think that when you add the continuity, right, and then you got to match up as a defensive coordinator and say, I need to stop Jarvis, OBJ, Njoku.
Yeah.
I also need to stop Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Out the backfield.
Yeah,
Once
well,
he comes
Hunt's not coming back
after
until
for 8
nine
games.
Yeah.
game 9.
But he's
Yeah.
going to be fresh
Yeah.
for the end of the season. When everybody else is banged up, he's going to be fresh.
They have Chubb as well.
Yeah, they have
The
Chubb.
Chubb.
too.
Yeah,
Chubb.
Chubb's going to have a
Chubb is
monster
gonna-
year.
Yeah.
But I got Baltimore, Cleveland.
I got Cleveland winning that division. I got, and then when you look around the rest of the AFC, Kansas City's not going to be what they was before. They're about to release Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Then you got they already lost Kareem Hunt, right?
Well, we knew they were going to lose Hunt. That was from last year.
From
We-
last year.
Yeah, we knew that.
You got the Chargers. I like the Chargers, but they still lose Tyrell Williams, but they have a loaded wide receiver core. So I
Yeah.
got the Chargers winning the West.
But that defense couldn't really do nothing once they came out of Baltimore. They
They
couldn't.
some talent.
Yeah.
They some talent. It's just hard for them to travel from west to
To
east,
east, yeah.
both
You
times.
forgot one name on defense. Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
Right? The cornerback. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
a baller.
He's a baller. He's absolutely a baller. But that's what I'm saying. Their defense is rock solid. I hate that they lost Greg Williams because I think he did a solid job bringing that team together. But I'm hoping that the coach that they promoted
Yeah.
can pretty much stabilize.
So they put a lot of talent around Baker Mayfield then. Like the
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, they're all
They
in.
loaded it up.
They're all in.
They're all up. I'm going to go with, if it's going to be Baltimore, Cleveland in that division, but I say Cleveland takes the wild card because that division's rough. That division's going to be a hard division to take.
which signings left you scratching your head like, really?
The ones that the Rams did. They let go 2 guys
Signings.
on Sunday, yeah.
I mean, what signings did you like? Signings or trades that let you scratching your head? Like, wow, why did they do that?
Giants trading away OBJ.
Yeah.
For my Buffalo Bills, I think they gave too much money. The guy from the Cowboys. What's his name again? The little slot guy.
From the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
The wide receiver from the Cowboys. Anyway, they gave him a lot of money, but like we said, with Buffalo, the Bills have to overpay to bring people into
See,
Buffalo.
but with Buffalo is Buffalo. They have a lot of money. They're like the New York Jets. But the only time you hear from Buffalo is here they go, Beasley. That's
Beasley, there we go. Beasley.
Yeah.
What did they give Beasley?
Like 4 years, 29 million.
20, yeah.
Yeah. What did they give Beasley?
The only reason why they gave Beasley because they really got nothing up there. They still got
And we got John Brown as well.
yeah.
Okay.
We signed Gore for like 1
So
year.
y'all putting some weapons around.
Yeah, weapons. Yeah. So him and McCoy, pretty
Yeah.
close.
But the thing is, are you still going to be able to beat Brady? You
No.
got to beat Brady 2 times.
We could just pencil the New England Patriots in for a first round bye.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about that.
And the sad part about the Giants playing this year at home,
What teams got better in free agency?
Detroit.
Detroit did get better.
Yeah.
Detroit picked up
They picked up.
half New England.
Yeah. We just call them Patriots Midwest now. Cleveland got better.
Cleveland. Washington's defense got better with all the stuff they picked up.
Yeah, they did.
Collins.
Collins, yeah.
Who else?
Who else?
The Chiefs picked up.
I like the safety that the Rams picked up.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh,
Very good pickup.
you like Weddle?
Yeah. Weddle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Chiefs picked up Honey Badger from the Texans.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs couldn't stop
Cold.
But they released Berry though, right?
They
Yeah.
had to.
They had to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still has problems or cap
Cap
problem.
it.
Okay.
Cap.
Yeah. Cap
Mhm.
it.
That's a good signing right there.
Yeah.
For Baltimore, Earl Thomas.
What do you think about Blake Bortles getting the release? It was time for him to go, right? Is anyone going to pick up Blake Bortles?
Yeah.
Another example of why Colin Kaepernick should have a job. That's
Come
all
on. Miami signed Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick got signed.
For 2 years, $11 million, $20 million with incentives.
Yeah. Another reason why Colin Kaepernick should have a job. Tannehill, Eli Manning, Bortles.
Now they said the teams that won free agency were teams like the Patriots and the Colts. The Colts had the most one of the teams that had the most money, but they didn't do anything because here's what they say. I think the Patriots tweeted, "We're not trying to add talent. We're trying to build a team."
Yeah.
And the Colts says, "Listen, we'll wait till dusk is clear, and then we're going to sign whoever's left. We're going to sign our own players." A lot of people are trying to adapt what the Patriots are doing.
Well, you also
signing
gotta
your
remember-
own talent and signing your own players.
You also got to remember the GM for the Patriots is Belichick. All right.
But what do you think about that? Signing your own, giving the money to sign your own players.
It's good.
You like
if
that?
You have the talent.
Talent.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you look at the Colts last year, if your current talent wasn't good enough to win it all,
Yeah.
don't go into the offseason not sign nobody and say
Yeah.
we're just bringing back our same players.
Same
You're gonna
players.
get the same result. Right? Like, like you don't fool me. Right? Like, don't play me for Jimmy the Fool. Like, you bringing back your same players that couldn't get the job done? Come on. No.
Another big thing is going to be Seattle. They're going to have to start rebuilding too soon.
I'm here.
Well, Russ.
I was hearing them
contract is
talking
up
about
next
Russell Westbrook. His contract's up next year, and it said Sierra said she can't. She wants to.
She wants to come
She
to New
wants
York.
to. She wants to push her career to the next level, and she can't do it in Seattle, so she needs to go to L.A. or New York. So they say Russell might come to New York. What do you think about
That
that?
was hearsay. That
Hearsay?
Colin Cowherd started.
Yeah, I know. Colin
Right?
Howard thought about
He
that.
started that. That was just hearsay.
Hearsay?
But look, Sierra don't care. She married to that man. He brought her masters.
Yeah.
Right? She don't care where she's located, where she's at. She'll be fine. But I'm pretty sure if Russell wants to leave, he'll have a plan to leave.
They said once he signs his deal next year, he'll be the highest paid quarterback. I mean, they keep eclipsing each other every time someone gets a new deal. Do you think he'll be worth being the highest paid quarterback over Aaron Rodgers?
No.
No.
And what do you guys think about that? Every quarterback that signs his new deal is the highest paid, but he might not be the most talented quarterback.
Well, that's what they're supposed to do to push up their like in order to push up your category of where you play, right? Like quarterback, running back, whatever. You should always aim to sign a higher contract.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, then the next person pushes up. The next person pushes up. It also protects you if you are ever franchised. Right? Because when you get franchised, it's the average of the top 5 players. So if I'm going to be a victim of the franchise tag, I want that number to be as high as possible. So I think that it's good in that sense. It's bad in a overall team sense.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't want to blame that too much on being bad on an overall team sense because I don't think football should have an actual salary cap.
Yeah.
And because it has a salary cap, it causes a bunch of problems.
Right.
But Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid quarterback, but the longest contract is Brady.
Okay.
Listen,
His contract is
New England is paying Brady under the table.
Yeah.
Let's make no mistake. Like
Brady's
they got something going on, like under the table where it's like, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
You know, something going on.
Who should be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL?
Brady.
Brady?
He
The
is.
one who wins.
The one who wins all.
He has 6 rings. See,
If you ask me, the one who wins.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what? Brady wins a lot off of Belichick as well, right? Like they won the first 3 championships,
Right.
With, and let's give credit what credit's due. They won the first 3 championships with Bill Parcells' team,
Yeah.
right? And based on the defense, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't Brady that carried them to those first 3 chips. He was a great player.
it was
but
Belichick's defense.
It was that defense. After those 3 years left, and they got rid of a lot of those players. Remember, New England went like 10 years without going back to another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And
But they were always still in the hunt.
you know when they won another Super Bowl? When Belichick rebuilt the defense.
Yeah.
And he brought in Darrell Reeves. And he brought in Browner from the Seahawks. Like when he rebuilt his defense,
And Teddy Bruschi out of
that's when
college.
they won again.
So what do you think about this? You, my partner, have this. He had this discussion the other day. He says that Belichick needed Brady. Some people say they both need each other. What do you think about that? They
Both
say
need each other.
I think they
Brady needed Belichick. Belichick needed Brady.
I think
They
they
both-
complement each other.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. They
I think
complement
they
each other.
complement each other.
Because
That whole-
what he was saying is that at the end of the day, Brady has to go out there on the field and play. But a lot of people say that Belichick, orchestrates the master plan and the plays for Brady to do what he has to do.
I think Belichick does 2 things, right? I don't think he.
And he's been winning before Brady.
He doesn't call any of Brady's plays, right? But when you're playing football and you're doing X's and O's, right? One of the things we do, so like when I'm coaching defense, one of the things I do is I have to scout the offense.
Okay.
Right? So I look at the offense and I look at what they're trying to do, look what I can take away, right? So Belichick's doing all that with the defense. But an advantage that it also gives, right, is because when I go to the offense and we're running offense against a scout defense, I can then pick apart weaknesses on the defense that we can attack.
Right.
So Belichick being able to sit down with his offensive coordinator and go over things like, look, this is what they're trying to run, this is what they're trying to take away from you, this is the areas of their weakness, this is the things that you can do, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that key part of having that person who can break down a defense for you from a defensive mind is the reason why a lot of Belichick's assistants, especially offensive assistants, when they leave him, suffer.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Plus, also, Belichick has those major schemes when they do safety blitzes and all that. Out of nowhere, you see the safety come across the line. Be like, where did he come from?
Yeah.
He has that mind on defense. Yeah, all right. I might see someone on the field at the last minute. I'm changing because that's the way he is. And Belichick is Belichick.
What do you think about John Elway and what he's doing over there in Denver?
I think he has no clue what he's doing.
Yeah, they said he's just shuffling the quarterbacks.
Case Keenum, and then he just picked up Flacco. Elway don't.
No.
Elway's right now he's poking around in the dark.
Yeah.
He's feeling around in the dark trying to get something, and they are one of those teams where they're not bad enough to draft at the top of the draft.
Yeah.
But they're not good enough to actually make the playoffs and do any noise, right? And instead of just going into, let's just go into rebuild mode so we can go drop to the below, get a quarterback, do what we have to do, they keep trying to compete. And when you stay like that, you stay in a funk, right? And you stay that team that you can't get enough talent to make you better, but you're not good enough to actually compete at the level that you're at.
Okay. Before we go real quick, Giants 2 picks, first round, right? Where do you think they should go?
I'm hoping that they go Haskins or Murray.
So, all right.
With
So
the
quarterback first.
And then with the 17th pick,
Yeah.
I'm hoping they even go with a guard that's out there. I'm sorry, it's a tackle that's out there.
Tackle, yeah.
If not, then defensive lineman.
Back.
Defense.
First for the first one of
First
the
pick is going to be a quarterback.
What do you want them to do for that first pick?
That first pick is going to be the quarterback. I don't want Haskins and I don't want Murray. I want the guy from Iowa State.
Who is that?
Why?
Who is the guy?
What has he shown you
Iowa State.
on tape to make you?
Is he the best? Is he the best
let's
guy
look him
though?
up? Who?
The guy from Iowa State.
No.
No, he's not. He's not the best.
But you like him?
I like him
Right.
because he's willing to work.
Okay.
He works at Ohio State.
Okay.
I saw a couple of games.
That's
this
not
year.
Bosa, right?
No, Bosa's
Okay,
defense.
defense,
That
okay.
is Ohio State. But Iowa State quarterback, he works. He works at his game. He watches films and everything like that. Only reason why no one's mentioning him
Okay.
is because he doesn't get the publicity because he's playing the West Coast in the Mountain Division.
No. Iowa State plays in the Big Ten. He plays against Haskins.
Okay.
They play.
But we don't see him on TV that much.
Okay.
Yeah, they played Ohio State. Like
Right.
they play these people.
Yeah.
Right? It's Haskins. People have reservations about Haskins and Murray because they only played 1 year.
Yeah.
But when you come from a big boy program, right? Chances are you're only going to start 1 year before going to the league because it's a factory over there.
Yeah.
Right? Like you come in, you do your time, somebody else leaves. By the time you get to step up, chances are you're a junior. And if you're really good, you're like, all right, I did this good. I'm a lottery pick. I'm leaving. I'm going.
Especially with Myers when he was with Ohio State, that's all he did.
So you went the guy from Iowa State,
Iowa State.
the second pick who
Defense.
So defense and defense.
No, Iowa State quarterback.
Quarterback.
Oh, first one, defense, second one.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Jay just like that.
But now I want the offensive lineman at 17.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's a deep defensive tackle draft.
Yeah.
And they missed Snack Harrison a lot last year.
Yeah.
So you can get somebody to plug that. They can get a very good defensive tackle because Clemson's defensive tackle, one of their stars, has fell in the draft because he was suspended for the national championship game. Right? You could get him in the early second round because they draft at the top of the second round, and then you could pick up another defensive tackle in the third round. Because my guy from Miami, Gerald Willis, he's going to be one of the best defensive tackles out of this draft. But because Miami had a terrible season, he's slipping. You could get him in the third round, early third round, and be set at both defensive tackle positions, and have picked up your offensive lineman and picked up your quarterback of the future.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the show, and we'll see you guys again. Next week? Next week again. All right, that wraps up another episode of the Hot Seat, powered by XS Energy Drink. Yours truly, Nesta Cann. Take care, and God bless.